I'm Juanita and welcome back to the Knit Guru. Today we're going to talk about these Mother's Day socks. Now this pattern is available free on my website and you're welcome to knit it up for all the mothers, grandmothers in your life. It's a lace sock, but it doesn't involve anything more complicated than knit two together through the back loop and some yarn overs. This video is going to include a tutorial on how to do the lace stitching itself, and the written pattern will be linked in down below. So by all means, make these beautiful socks for the mothers in your life. Now this is a really easy lace pattern. It's a 4-row repeat and it repeats over every 4 stitches. So as long as you've got multiples of 4 stitches, you're okay. Now row 1 and 3 are just straight knit stitches. So we're just going to knit across the row. As you can see, I've done an appalling job of trying to keep this in frame. Do remember to knit all the yarn overs as if they're regular stitches when you come across a yarn over. And that's what creates the holes in our lace pattern. But it is just a simple case of every 2 rows we're just knitting all the stitches, which makes it a really easy repetitive pattern. Now in row 2, what we're going to do is do this repeat over every 4 stitches. We start off and we're going to knit the first 2 stitches together the regular way, just like that. Then we're going to yarn over, which keeps our stitch count the same. Then we knit 2. This creates a hole, let's just sort of call it on the right hand side of a centralized panel, for lack of a better description, every 4 stitches. So then we're going to knit 2 together because we're just going to keep repeating those 4 stitches right across the row. So that's our knit 2 together. Then we yarn over, which keeps our stitch count the same and create the hole. Then we knit 2. Just a regular old knit 2 garden variety. Now you can knit these in the round on really long circular needles and use the magic loop method, or you can use double pointed needles. I prefer to knit mine using 2 circulars, and at some point I will do a YouTube tutorial about how I do this with socks, because I find it really easy and it's a nice way of throwing socks in your bag when you're on the go. Now just repeat all these stitches for row 2, then row 3 is just a straight knit, and now we're up to row 4. So here what we're going to do is we're going to knit 2 just normally. So there we go, knit 1, knit 2. Then we do our yarn over, which puts the hole in the pattern. Then we're knitting 2 together through these back loops. Now this gets a little bit tricky because you've got the ability to get out of shot there, Juanita, but you've got the yarn over as well as the knitting 2 together. So we'll try that again. We're going to knit 2. Then we're going to yarn over. Then we're going to knit 2 together through these back loops. Now just knit them normally, but as though you're going through the back loops. Well, yep, there we go, just out of frame yet again. So what that does is it just leans the work over in the other direction. So we knit 2, we yarn over, and then we knit 2 together through the back loops. So it's just putting the needle through the back of the stitches, not the front of the stitches, and then just knit them normally, just like that. Oh, that one stayed completely in frame. Oh, brilliant, marvelous. So again, that's just knit 2, then we yarn over. Now we go through these back 2 loops of these 2 stitches, and we're going to knit them together normally, but through the back loop, and just keep them in frame there. So that just takes our panel and just leans it slightly to the side.